Come on and get your some. Come on and get your some.
I remember my dad told me to do some chores or something like that, and then I went and hugged my mom for a good like 10 minutes and just stayed there because I was not trying to do what he said. So I just stayed there, had my arms around her. I was not moving.
And she didn't say do the chores, huh? As fathers, it hurts us because we want to train you up. And I have to be honest, my wife has gotten in the way of me training my son up several times. And he'd never say, "Ma, let Dad discipline me. He knows what he's doing, and I need to I need to grow in this
in my life."
It's not intentional that she is trying to stop me. It's just the nature of a mother. And you all know that, right, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And you all take advantage of that. And what I want you guys to get in your hearts is that that's evil because you're taking advantage of mom. You understand what I'm saying? Don't forget that. Don't ever forget that.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Let's rewind that back. That is gems for days. Do y'all hear what he's saying? Listen now. Listen. This is the teachable moment for a lot of people out there, especially mothers, especially women, female chicks, whatever, all that stuff. Teachable moment.
Name a time when you manipulated your mother.
I remember my dad told me to do some chores or something like that, and then I went and hugged my mom for a good like 10 minutes and just stayed there because I was not trying to do what he said. So I just stayed there, had my arms around her. I was not moving.
And she didn't say do the chores, huh? As fathers, it hurts us because we want to train you up. And I have to be honest, my wife has gotten in the way of me training my son up several times. And he'd never say, "Ma, let Dad discipline me. He knows what he's doing, and I need to grow in this."
In my life.
It's not intentional that she is trying to stop me. It's just the nature of a mother. And you all know that, right, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And you all take advantage of that. And what I want you guys to get in your hearts is that that's evil because you're taking advantage of mom. You understand what I'm saying? Don't forget that. Don't ever forget that.
Now I want y'all ladies to sit back and think about how hard it is for men that do not stay and remain in the household, do not stay with the mother, are not married. They try to discipline their child, or they want custody or whatever. They want something to do with their child, and you're stuck in your feelings because you are manipulated by your kid, your son or your daughter. Now these are boys that totally understand exactly what they're doing. They understand the nature of their mother to the point that this dude just said, "You know what? I manipulated my mother by going up to her and hugging her, and she didn't make him do anything." Now imagine parents at odds and they haven't hit it off. It's hard to communicate when both are at odds, yet alone the child is manipulating both sides, especially the mother. I'm gonna say this right here, and I'm gonna say it all the way 1,000 Wild Funky. Although, ladies, it might be in your nature, you are not excused for what you do, from what you do. You're not excused. And I'm gonna say it this way too. Step the hell out the way and let that man be a man. Step out the way. It's one thing when you hear mothers out here saying, "Well, I gotta play mama and daddy." Okay, I'll take that. But it's another one, daddy actually wants to step up and be a father, and you all in the way because of how you feel. And some of y'all are willing to take it to extreme measures because you feel some type of way about the relationship and how it didn't work out. Or you're beefing with the husband or the boyfriend in the house because things are not going right, because somebody is not acting right. It does not excuse you from allowing a child to play on your mental. Or what if the child ain't even playing on your mental? What if you're just doing what you're doing in general? The whole moral of the story is stay the hell out the way. Let a man be a man. And if that hit home for you, that means it's called the truth. The truth is working on the inside of you. The truth ain't supposed to feel good. Blood may be thicker than water, but it ain't thicker than the truth. You heard what I said? Blood may be thicker than water, but it ain't thicker than the truth. Many of y'all, if I just had a whole mirror right here and I just flipped it on y'all gonna run. Because it's way easier to talk about somebody in their business. It's way easier to be manipulated. It's way easier to play victim than to look yourself in the mirror and check yourself for all the crazy things you do, or for all the things that you may be doing wrong, but you're not taking time out to think about if you might have went wrong, because we're not perfect, right? Stay out the way, ladies. And fellas, I think we understand what it is. We tend to get out of the woman's way. And that's proven too, because I mean, usually, especially in black household, a lot of us got single mothers. A lot of us were raised in single parent homes with our mother, single mother homes. So let's not flip this ball and say, oh, well, the guys too. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to focus on the topic at hand. This was the man, a grown man talking to young adults, boys, teenage boys at that. And I'm glad that he had that type of dialogue, because when was the last time you seen a grown man sit down and have a podcast with young adults, teenage boys at that? You don't even see it. All you see is people out here talking about what Jay-Z doing, what Beyonce doing, who done cheated with who done broke up with what, who done gave such and such a STD and everything. That's what the world focused on. Well, this right here is the good dialogue that people are going to pass up, and I'm so glad I found this video. I'm so glad I found this video, man. Ladies, unless that man is straight up abusing that boy or abusing that girl, it may hurt your soul to not say something. You know, it may hurt your soul. But if you want nature to run its course, if you want things to be, if you trusted that person enough to have sex with them and have a baby, majority of y'all, I can't speak for all. If you trusted them enough to have a relationship or be married to him or whatever, you got to trust the fact that that man needs to be a man and that boy needs to be a boy. And the crazy part about it is a lot of y'all are willing to raise people who y'all would never want to date. Let's talk about that. Men do it too. We coddle our little girls and send them out there in the world where they can't even be grown women amongst men, because we coddle them. We hold their hand. And I was talking about this on my live yesterday, that we got to stop the coddling behavior, because the coddling behavior is working against us. It's not working for us. All it's doing is sending our babies out there to get their head chopped off or get bitten. And we still got to face the consequences for what we did. Stop raising people. Stop raising children who you would never date ever in the world. Stop raising individuals that you would never personally date with those same characteristics yourself. If we do that and we keep that in mind, we'll be just fine. But you're not gonna sit up here and talk about how such and such ain't man enough and how such and such ain't woman enough, and then you go out there and raise your child the same way, all because they just your baby. Allowing them to manipulate you and play on your mental like that. And this is why I'm glad the brother said that is evil, young man. You manipulating your mother, and you, especially you knowing that's her nature as well, and laughing about it, is evil. I ain't got much else to say. I just want y'all to think about what I be saying. Because we letting a lot of stuff slide nowadays, man. And we're not checking our own folks in the name of blood. And remember what I said. Blood may be thicker than water, but it ain't thicker than the truth.